Good afternoon, everybody. It's my great pleasure, on behalf of the University of Manchester, to welcome you to this very important occasion in the beautiful surroundings of the Whitworth Hall. Welcome first to our graduands. Hopefully this won't be the last time we'll see you. You've obviously gone through some hard work, probably some highs, probably some lows, and today we're here to celebrate your success. But you must be quite smart, because you chose, of course, the best university to come and study at. And some of you will be continuing to study here, we hope, or at least to visit us in the future. I hope you leave the University of Manchester not only with that important piece of paper, and with a little more knowledge and considerably more understanding of the subject you studied, but also having had some good times, made some long-lasting friends, and having some fond memories. Thank you also to the friends and family who have come to join us here today. Many of you have travelled long distances, and many of you will have gone through at least as many, if not more, hardship than those of you on the right. Some of you will have had to go through sacrifices to help your friends and family go through university. And in recognition of your contribution to their success, I'm going to ask all of the graduates to stand. Turn to where your friends and family are, and for those of you who have friends and family who can't be here, think of them and give them a big round of applause. You may still be needing them for a little while longer. So the University of Manchester is barely 5 years old, formed from a merger, and it is already recognised as an excellent university, one of the best in Europe. But we aim to be one of the best in the world. Some of you may have seen or heard of the ambitious goals for the university, so-called the 2015 Agenda. And there are 3 of these encompassing many parts: to be world-leading in research, to be an outstanding organisation for teaching and learning, and this is important, to transform societies. Because unless that research and that education makes a real difference, then it will have little value. Just in the short time since the creation of the university, we've had a great deal to celebrate. And indeed, just in the last year, we've gone up significantly in both the world and the UK rankings for research. In the UK, we're certainly in the top 5 research-leading universities. We've recruited outstanding individuals to our staff, and indeed, 2 Nobel laureates are part of our staff. One, fortunately, in current times, has a Nobel Prize in economics, Joseph Stiglitz. We've completed many beautiful new buildings in a programme on which we spent £400 million, but there is much left yet to do. We've also, equally importantly, I think, won the Manchester Boat Race. One of our students, Mike Rock, competed in the Beijing Olympics. More of our students than ever have volunteered, often as part of the Manchester Leadership Programme, to support local communities and those further away. And we've also celebrated many other successes and indeed had a number of good parties. Those of you graduating today will join a very large family. The University of Manchester has almost 250,000 alumni, spread throughout the world. Those alumni, and the current students, and the current staff, are what make the University of Manchester. You will never cease to be a graduate of this university, and nor would we want you to. You will be our ambassadors. We hope that in the future, you may help and guide and advise our future students. And above all else, we hope you will come back to see us. Please do keep in touch and make sure that the Alumni Office has your details. But finally, while this is undoubtedly a day of celebration, I think all of us who've benefited from a university education should stop for a moment to think just how privileged we are. There are many children around the world who could not even imagine going to school, let alone to a university. But closer to home, within a mile of where we are now, there are many schools where not a single child has ever attended university. Never underestimate the importance of your education and how it will shape your future and create opportunities for you. So we'll now proceed, and then I hope you will go and enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much.
Deputy President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you, for the degree of Doctor of Medicine, Nadia Sadiq Ali Ross. Christopher Bools. Ian William Frederick Crawford. Gillian Hutchinson. George Robert Laking. Vanessa Lawton. Zui Chin Ling. Tony Wing Chung Mak. David George Ross. Sanjay Dwarakanath Sastry. Karen Jane Telford. Anupar Trihan. Lee Willoughby. And for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Mohammed Ali Al-Hamadi. Eden Al-Zalrani. Raid Al-Akil. Hamid Al-Zubi. Kiara Deirdre Bannon. Evridiki Batistatu. Andrew Allen Berry. Zoe Louise Borrell. Martin Brandenburg. Andrea Cherrington. Jessica Clark. Samantha DeKarma. Noya El Sayed Hassan Farag. Kelly Farrell. Kian Feng. Claire Gately. David Greensmith. Mark Harrison. Hannah Harrison. Karen Petra Hayhurst. Elizabeth Sarah Hutchinson. Camille Lawrence Julien. Najina Khan. Chai Fang Lee. Paul Mitchell. Hiroko Morohashi. Mohammed Munawar. Barbara Isabel Nicol. James Connor O'Connor. Caleb Roberts. Joanne Rulson. Kay Gua Roy. Johan Rajinder Selvaraja. Hayley Sloan. Rodri Smith. Helen Louise Spencer. Mitra Tavakoli. Eleni Sitsu. Claire Marie Walsh. Richard Warren. Lay on Annie Watt. Joanna Lucy Williams. John Worthington. Zheng Yin. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy in Clinical and Laboratory Sciences, Oyung Baileg Jambal Dorj. And in Community-Based Medicine, Natalie Casey. Lorraine Comley. And in Translational Medicine, Vanessa Claire Neve. And for the degree of Master of Research in Medical Sciences, Morteza Jalali. And in Public Health, Jane Caroline Radatz. And in Translational Medicine, Nelly Dimitrova Chankova. Rupak Doshi. Eleanor Corrine Jones. Lindsay Lai. Sean Villa. And for the degree of Master of Public Health, Angela Nelms. And for the degree of Masters in Public Population Health Evidence, Alison Ann Stout. And for the degree of Master of Science in Clinical Biochemistry, Wala Abdeen Abdul Rahim Abdul Hamid. Andrew Peter Brown. And in Occupational Medicine, Deirdre Maria Phelan. Thomas Patterson Skade. And in pharmacy, Bernard Van Leong Yu. And in Pharmaceutical Engineering Advanced Training for the degree of Master of Research in Medical Sciences and Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MB-CHB, Olivia Helen Clancy, MB-CHB with honours. Laura Cooper. Mark David Earle. Ruth Mbai. Sophie Allegra Harris. Lisa Anna Joseph. Kevin Cavandi. Laura Jane Minchell, MB-CBH with honours. Sean Antonio Anbujai Moray, MB-CHB with honours. Kishan Palmer. Matea Margaret Hannah Solomon. Amit Sud, MB-CHB with honours. Helen Taylor. Stephanie Ann Wharton, MB-CHB with honours. Imran Yusuf, MB-CHB with honours. And for the degree of Master of Research in Tissue Engineering and Regenerative Medicine and the Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MB-CHB, Catherine Eileen Hale. Yarlini Shanmugavan. And for the degree of Master of Science in Interdisciplinary Medicine and Engineering and Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MB-CHB, Simon Patrick Barr. Sarah Marie Hart. Cassandra Morufat Sobajo. And for the degree of Masters of Public Health and Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MB-CHB, Nicholas Matthew Richards. Tammy Nicole Towers. And for the degree of Masters of Public Health and Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MB-CHB, European option, Neil Larkman.
Deputy President and those here today, my first duty in this ceremony is a very sad one. It's to recommend to the Vice President the award of a posthumous degree to an outstanding student of this university, Tom Donaldson, who would be well known to many people, many students, many graduates in this ceremony and also in the other ceremonies that we're holding today, and also the staff who are also present on the podium and also in the audience. Now, there's no doubt that Tom was an outstanding student who was tragically killed in an accident just a few months before qualification and would have qualified with honours. So, on behalf of the university, Deputy President, on behalf of the Senate of the university, I recommend to you for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MB-CHB with honours as a posthumous award, Thomas Michael John Donaldson. Deputy President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you, for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, with honours, Sophia Alison Cashman. Seda Zafar Chowdhury. Vanessa Elizabeth Clay. Andrew Peter Coops. Siobhan Denise Ferguson. Hannah Rachel Frost. Alexander William Glover. George Jordan Paul Goodchild. Jennifer Sarah Graham. Nili Gupta. Jason Robert Hancock. Jennifer Louise Hill. Paul Alexander Hine. Catherine Ann Hopkins. Helen Stephanie Jones. Russell Jane Franks. And for the degree, Johan Andrew Black. Charlotte Isabel Carmichael. Nadia Fatima Kasim. Lolita Chan. Wei Mun Choi. Emily Stephanie Clancy. Thomas Charnock Clark. Philippa Jane Clay. Anna Clements. Philip Constantine Coakley. Kevin Matthew Collier. Julianne Collins. Lucy Susanna Collinson. Melissa Amanda Constable. Alice Sophia Kate Cook. Holly Suzanne Cooper. Felicity Ann Corcoran. Edward Charles Cotton. Gregory David Francis Cox. Zoe Jane Cross. Lucy Daly. Tara Jaya Das. Eleanor Jane Dean Bowers. Beatrice Grace Dennis. Maria Sarah Dentico. Sanjay Michael Desai. Erin Devlin. Thomas Allen Dewhurst. Christina Renuka Disanaiki. Sarah Elizabeth Deaver. Daniel Martine Doherty. Thomas Davis Donnelly. Paul Michael Doyle. Laura Joanne Dudbridge. Claire Louise Edmondson. Emma Kathleen Everett. Catherine Barbara Ferguson. Ailsa Marie Ferguson Clegg. Rachel Elizabeth Forth. Nikki Kaur Gambier. Matthew Gator. Kelly Marie Geraghty. Neelam Gafur. Sonia Elizabeth Gill. Kate Glennon. David Jeffrey Gore. Katie Elizabeth Gott. Joanne Mary Green. Kate Elizabeth Greenholm. Tony Pingfang Gu. Sarah Habib. Charlotte Elizabeth Haldane. Andrew Hamilton. Mark Hannon. Jennifer Hannigan. Mumal Rose Harris. Naeem Ahmed Hassan. Connell John Hayton. Catherine Jane Healy. Holly Hearfield. Catherine Elizabeth Heels. Lucy Higton. Shabana Anjam Hijazi. Yan Hung Ho. Laura Jane Hodgson. Martin Raymond Hossack. Ryan Christopher Howe. Alexander Paul Hoyle. Yingyi Hu. Bradley Allen Hull. Zainelia Hussain. Sabrina Hussain. Josephine Grace Hutchinson. Mohammed Wajid Ibrahim. Natalie Ipwan Sheikh. John Adewale Leola. Kirsty Jackson. Katie Louise Jackson. Emily Jackson. Jasmine Jiva. Michelle Annika Jompuli. Emma Marie Johnson. Emma Victoria Jones. Christopher Daniel Jordan. Helen Francis Joyce. Sarah Jundy. Bonnie Nolene Posselt. Erica Tier. Anna Charlotte Louise Williams. Mukathas Javed. Alison Kate Susan Jones. And for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, European option, with honours, Matthew David Beardmore. Deborah Kirkham. And for the degree, Joanna Marie Corrado. Aditi Das. Jennifer Ann Liddell. Claire Marie Nissenbaum. Rona Maeve Patterson. Julie Marie Shorrock. Naomi Esther Sue Kim Tan. Rosamond Josephine Tansey. Siobhan Marie Williams. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pathology, intercalating MB-CHB BDS students with honours, Meena Arunarkiranathan. Sarah Patricia Drake. Amy Pedersen. Mary Ann Tobe. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing Practice, with honours, Lisa A. Wilson. I would like the graduates now in Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery to please stand. It's my pleasure, and also I think my duty, to read on your behalf the affirmation. So I will affirm for you, and then at the end I will ask you to repeat after me, I so affirm. I affirm that I will make the care of my patients my first concern. Treat every patient politely and considerately. Respect patients' dignity and privacy. Listen to patients and respect their views. Give patients information in a way they can understand. Respect the right of patients to be fully involved in decisions about their care. Keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. Recognise the limits of my professional competence. Be honest and trustworthy. Respect and protect confidential information. Make sure my personal beliefs do not prejudice my patients' care. Act quickly to protect my patients from risk if I have good reason to believe that I, or a colleague, may not be fit to practice medicine. Avoid abuse of my position as a doctor. Work with colleagues in the ways that best serve patients' interests. In all these matters, I will never discriminate unfairly against my patients or colleagues. I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them. And if you can repeat after me, I so affirm. You may sit.
Today we have celebrated the award of your degrees. Congratulations. Thank you all for coming and enjoying in this celebration, and thank you also to your lecturers, tutors, supervisors for their part in your achievements. On behalf of the university, can I wish you every success and happiness in your future. Now do go and celebrate carefully. Have a safe journey home. Thank you. I declare the ceremony closed.